So good morning students. So today we have to start with the next chapter, that is children at work. Okay. But before that, as you know that few questions are left of the previous chapter, that is how camel got his arm. Let us discuss. Okay. So the first question is, the camel was looking at his own reflection in the pool. What does it suggest to you about the camel? Okay. So what does it suggest about you? He was looking at his own reflection. So who will give me the answer? Yes, Kritika, you can give me the answer. I have unmuted you. Yes, Kritika, unmute yourself again.
It suggests that that was the new part of the camel which camel wasn't aware of, and he was seeing that what is this thing on his body and was actually
Yes, so
very happy to see that.
so the camel, he was looking at his own reflection in the pool. What does it suggest to you about the camel? That he was looking at his hump, that how he was looking with that hump. Okay, so this is going to be the answer. The next is, the camel said hump repeatedly. How did it affect him? So how did it affect him? Because the usual answer of the camel for every question that was being asked to him was only hump. So ultimately, finally, what has happened? He got hump at his back, or he got a permanent hump at his back, and he has to do with that hump according to Jinn. Okay, so he got hump at his back. Okay, he had to work with that hump. So what, according to the Jinn, was the use of the hump? What was the use of the hump? Yes. Okay, Kritika, you can answer. You have raised up your hand. Yes, Kritika. What is the use of actual hump? The hump is
The
actually,
use of the hump was that he will be able to work now for 3 days without eating, because you can live on your hump, and will never and the jinn said that he will never do anything for him.
yes,
And all
because
the three animals went away
so you
from the
can also
desert.
write down in this case that what was the use of the hump. Actually, that hump was actually the when the camel was looking at his own reflection, it means he was conscious of his looks. Okay, he was just looking, and when after that hump means it has, you can say, it has not let the camel to be so beautiful, and ultimately it can be used as for storing food also and water. Moreover, Jin said that he has to work, that anyone can seat over him, over the camel, with the help of that hump also. Okay, so he was able to do his work with the help of that hump, right? So next is, he has never get learned to behave. In the light of this, what is the writer's opinion about the camel? He has never yet learned to behave. He has never let his, you can say, never yet learned to behave means still the camel is considered to be lazy. He's not so active, okay, like other animals. So still the camel is of the same type. Okay, he's little bit, you can say, lazy, moving slowly. Okay, so ultimately he has not learned how to act in a active manner, and still the camel is also carrying his hump. Okay, still the camel is carrying his hump. Okay, so a little bit of discussion on the chapter on the back of the back of this page. See the next page. Can this story be actually true? These questions you need not to write in your notebooks. Okay, only oral comprehension check. So do you think that the story is factually true? If it is based on facts, we can't say that it is true. Okay, because this story, it is, you can say, it is a sort of fable, because it is mentioned in the starting that it is a fable. Fable means which is a story involving the animal characters, but ultimately to teach us a lesson, to give us a moral lesson, the poet has taken the example of the camel, that some people do their work, they put their work till tomorrow, and ultimately they suffer in their lives. Next, what according to you is the story about? how the world began, why everyone should do this, her share of work seriously, how animals are important to animals. So how the world began, that at the world began when the man was all alone. Okay. Later on, he has used to tame the animals in order to do his work, right? And how what everyone why everyone should do his or her share of work, that is more important, because only hard work is the key to success, and it is only by our hard work that we can achieve what we want in our life. Similarly, in this story, like the camel who was not doing any work, he was disliked by all, and ultimately he has got his hump. And how animals are important to humans? Yes, of course, the animals are important to humans. How? Because these animals, they help human beings in their different works. The human beings can tame them, can utilize them for transporting the things, for bringing the things, for transporting the things from one place to another. Yes, for tilling their fields, for plowing their fields also, right? So this story is showing the importance of animals in a human life. Okay, so the next one is how the camel got his hump. This we have already know from the story. How the camel, he has got his hump. Okay, there is no need to explain again. What did you do over the weekend? Were you generally active or idle? Idle means lazy or free. Please check your back before starting to discuss or answer the question. Yes. So now means it is purely based upon your experience, that how what you like. Sometimes you like to sit idle because you are too tired of work, but sometimes you like to be busy in work, completing your pending work, completing your notebooks, and doing all the things, right? So this is how you spend your weekend. So purely this is based upon your experience. Next, there are broadly two categories of workers: those who prefer to do today what they can do tomorrow, and those who prefer to do tomorrow what they can do today. What do you belong? No, I know that my students, they never belong to the other category, what they can, when they prefer to do tomorrow what they can do today. No, they always prefer to do today what they think of tomorrow, because many students, good students, they are submitting their notebooks on proper time, they're completing their work. Okay, so all of you, I think you belong to this category who prefer to do the things only today, right? So I think that now the chapter is clear to you. Clear? Okay, so that was just an overview of the chapter. If yes, put your thumbs up. Show me a thumbs up. Yes, very good. That's good. So let us move to the next question, next chapter, that is children at work. So what the chapter, the children at work, is about, as the name of the title of the chapter, it signifies that the chapter is about those young children who are undergoing through child labor. They are working, they are rag pickers, and what kind of life they are living. It is very difficult to understand the kind of life they are living, because they are eating all the thrown away food of other people. So it is really very difficult. This is really very inhumane, and it is not, you can say, applicable to the human rights. So let us read about two children who are living such a life, such kind of life, and how painful we will feel after reading about their lives. Okay, so for that I'm sharing with you the page of the chapter. So it is going to be displayed on your screens, so now you will be able to see it. Yes, so this is the chapter, that is the children at work. Okay, so the children at work, it doesn't require much introduction, as we will come to know about this chapter after reading it. Okay, so let us start with the chapter. Yes, before you read, there are many reasons why children have to work. Some help their family make a livelihood, others who run away from unhappy homes need to support themselves. Children who have to work can't go to school and play like other children of their age. So now the writer is saying that there are many kind of children. Sometimes some children, they don't have a happy family, or they don't have a happy livelihood. This is the reason why they, you can say, not live happily. Some, they run away from their homes. You know, when you are under the security of your parents, only then you are loved by all. But when you leave your home, when the child leaves his home, he has to fulfill all his needs on his own. That is very difficult. And in that case, what they are indulging, they are indulging child labor. So first, Vilu, an 11-year-old boy, runs away from home. Yes, so Velu, who was an 11-year-old boy, he runs from his home. He wanders around for hours before getting on a train to Chennai without a ticket. So he has boarded a train to Chennai without taking a ticket, and tired and hungry, he doesn't know where to go when a stranger at the station shouts a word of welcome. So, sorry. So Velu did not know where to go. Finally, he heard a strange voice on the station. And who was that voice? Let us see. Sorry. When the Kanyakumari Express pulled in at Chennai Central, it took Velu some time to get off. When he finally stood on the platform, his legs felt wobbly. Wobbly means shaky. Why his legs were shaking? Because he was afraid. He did not know where to go if he was still on a moving train. So, moreover, he has traveled a long distance, and it is because of this reason it was, you can say, just he was just feeling that he was only, you can say, moving on a train. So when this Kanyakumari Express he reached Chennai Central, so Velu was little bit hesitant to get off the train. His legs were still shaking as he has covered a long distance from his home to Chennai. Oh, out of the way, a porter went by with the loaded trolley. Porter means that coolie, okay, who is carrying the load. Okay, Velu jumped aside. So he was standing on the way. So he said, move aside. And Velu moved, jumped aside. He sat on a bench on the platform, putting his small bundle down. He, all in his 11 years, he had never seen so many people except a year at the fair in his village. So he has come there, he has got his small bundle of belongings along with him. He has ran from his house. He is only 11 years old, but he has never seen so many people there, just only in the village fair as he has seen it now. People walk by, bumping into him with their suitcases. Bumping means pushing him, okay, hitting him. So people were in hurry. You know what kind of hustle and bustle, what kind of noise, and what kind of, you can say, eagerness is there in the behavior of people who are at the platform. They are hurriedly moving with their suitcases towards their trains. A voice announced something on a loudspeaker. Near him, a group of people sat on their luggage looking at a TV hanging from the roof. The noise was terrible. So, the scene of the railway station is being displayed here. See the next page. That what kind of scene that people were looking at, you can say, at the TV screen which was hanging from the roof, and the people were, some were sitting on their luggages because there were no seats available and they were waiting for their train to come, and hawkers were shouting, and this noise was really terrible. Now, Velu put his head down on his knees, feeling miserable and exhausted. He had run away from the village 2 days ago. For 2 days, he had been eating nothing. He had eaten nothing but some peanuts and a piece of jaggery. What is jaggery? It is good. In his in his bundle, he carried a shirt, a towel, and a comb. See, so he has put his head on his knees. This shows his helplessness, that how helpless he was feeling there. He was feeling miserable, exhausted. He did not know where to go. Okay, so because 2 days ago he has run from his village and he has got a small bundle. In this bundle, he has kept his, you can say, shirt, a towel, and a comb. And for 2 days, he had not eaten anything. He had only some peanuts with him and jaggery, and he was surviving only on these things. He had walked for most of the first day to Kamur and then got on the train to Chennai. So the first day he walked to reach Kamur. From Kamur, he has taken the train to Chennai. Velu had no money for a ticket, but luckily the ticket collector didn't come to the unreserved compartment. He had tried to sleep on the floor near the door. A group of men next to him had played cards and shouted all night. So Velu, what he was doing, he was only, you can say, he had no money, so he did not purchase any ticket. But it was his luck that the ticket collector did not come near him in that unreserved compartment, and ultimately he was safe and secure there. He, for the whole night, he was sleeping on the floor, and some group of men, they were playing cards throughout the night and they were shouting, and Velu was amongst those men. Hey, what? New to town, eh? Called out a rough voice. Then a rough voice came that you are new to a town. Velu opened his eyes. There were a lot of people standing around, but nobody was looking in. He looked around that there were a number of people, but nobody was looking at him. Then whose voice is this? Here, eh? Means there was a girl. She pronounced that here I'm standing. Look at me. He turned around. Behind him was a girl around his own age, wearing a long banyan that came down to her knees. Her hair was stiff and brownish, and she had a huge sack on one shoulder. Sack means that you can say large bag of jute. She was picking up dirty plastic cups from the floor and stuffing them into her sack. Why is she calling me? Thought Velu, and why is a girl wearing a banyan? So now this is complete explanation or complete figure of a girl who is very poor and who is a rag picker. Okay, rag picker who picks up the rags from the ground like paper, okay, like you can say small cartons and ultimately filling up the bag so that she can sell these and get money. So you must have seen these kind of poor children on the roads also. There you can say heads not properly kept up, okay, and ultimately their hair are coarse brown colored, and she was holding also a sack on one of her shoulder. You can see in the picture. She was filling that sack and stuffing it with, you can say, with ruffle, useless things. And Velu said that why this girl is wearing a banyan, because the poor girl, she did not have anything to wear. No need to stare stupidly. What's your name? She said, don't look at me so stupidly. Okay, don't look. Just a moment. Let me share with you the next page. She said, don't look at me so stupidly. And Velu, muttered Velu looking away. Velu said, my name is Velu. And so, Mr. Velu, said the girl looking at his bundle. Run away from home. She looked at the bundle he was carrying. And this girl asked that you run away from your home. Velu didn't answer. What should he say? What should he say? He could not be able to speak anything because that was the reality. He didn't want to tell some strange girl what he had done. He had run away because he couldn't stand his father beating him for one more day. So Velu, what he thought that why should I tell my reality to this strange girl? Why should I tell? And this girl, why should he talk to him? And because his father was beating him severely, so Velu thought that I could not be able to stand that beating. This is the reason why he ran from his home. His father would snatch away all the money Velu and his sisters earned and spend it on drink. So his father was a drunkard. Daily Velu and his you can say brother and his other sisters, they were working hard to earn the money. But at night time, but in the evening, what his father used to do, he would snatch all the money away from Velu and his sisters, and he would spend it on drinking wine. So don't think I don't know. The place is full of children like you. So what are you going to do here? Become rich? She said, don't worry. Don't think that how can I come to know? Because there are a number of people like you, and I know that you have run from home. And why you have run from home to become rich? She sat down next to him. Velu shifted away slightly. So she sat on the desk. Velu shifted little bit ahead. He felt hunger punching him and pressed his stomach with the grimace. Grimace means sadness, hungry. Okay. So he was, you can see, he was pushing his stomach with his hands because he was feeling hungry and it was paining too. Okay. And girl asked, are you hungry? You won't get food by sitting here glumly. Glumly means sadly, making faces. I can find some if you want. So the girl said, don't worry. Okay. You will not, if you will sit here, you will not get the food, but ultimately what will happen? You will get the food if you will, what you will do if you will be able to work. So she picked up her sack and started to walk away. Velu stayed on the bench. What should he do? Should he follow this girl? Where has she going to take him? She was disappearing into the crowd, so he had to make up his mind quickly. So now the girl moved with her sack, but Velu was still sitting on the bench. He was not looking at the girl, but alone, he was there alone in this new city. He did not know what to do. So he has to make up his mind to go along. So all right, he decided. So finally he decided that I should follow this girl. Anyway, I have no idea where to go. He jumped up and ran after her. So he jumped up immediately and ran after the girl to catch hold of him. She wasn't even looking back to see where he was, and he never looked back afterwards where he was sitting. So ultimately, what this story is about, that the boy Velu, who has run away from his house, he has met a girl who was a rag picker. So still here, I think the story is clear to you. Okay, so now here is the oral comprehension that we have to do. So let us start with the oral comprehension. See, please on your screens. Velu stood on the platform, but he felt as if he was still on a moving train. Why? Why he was feeling so? Yes, let me unmute you. Who has raised up the hands? Just a moment, please. Yes, Kritika, I have Saksham. Midda, I have unmuted you. Khyati, yes. Yes, don't mute yourself again. Yes. Saksham, you can
Because
speak.
he traveled.
मैंने ये पूछना था मैम, आप फर्स्ट चैप्टर के क्वेश्चन आंसर कौन से करने हैं?
Only oral comprehension ones.
ओके मैम,
Right?
ओके मैम,
Yes.
थैंक यू.
Okay. Kritika, yes, you can speak the answer. Khyati, you can also speak.
Ma'am, can
Speak louder.
because it was a long distance. That's why he felt that he's still standing on a moving train, and he was tired too.
Yes, he was tiring, of course, because his legs felt wobbly, his legs were shaking, he was feeling as he has covered a large distance, so he thought that he was still on a moving train. He was tired too, so this is the reason why he felt he was feeling or that he was still on a moving train. So clear this answer? Next, what made him feel miserable? Why he was feeling miserable?
Velu was feeling miserable and exhausted because he had run away from his village 2 days ago. For 2 days, he had eaten nothing but some peanuts and a piece of jaggery.
Good.
In his bundle, he carried a shirt, a towel, and a comb, and was feeling very miserable and tired because it was a long journey he had
Right.
traveled, and
Hmm.
it was his first. He had never run away from his house. He had never gone to
He was
any place
feeling
except
lonely because
one.
he did not know anybody there. Okay. So how you can write down the answer? Velu felt miserable as he has run away from his house 2 days ago. Okay. And he had no money to buy the ticket also, and he did not have anything to eat. For 2 days he was only surviving. What he was doing? For 2 days he was only surviving on peanuts and jaggery. Moreover, when he reached the station, he had seen number of people. Okay, he had seen number of people there, and he felt miserable there as he did not know anybody there, and he also did not know where to go. As he did not know where to go. Right? So clear this answer? If yes, just put your thumbs up. Yes, show me your thumbs up. If yes, okay, right. Good. So next one is Velu traveled without a ticket. Why? Why? Simple answer. Velu traveled without a ticket because he has run away from his house to escape his father's beating, or to escape the beating of his father, who is a drunkard. To escape his father's beating, who is a drunkard.
Ma'am, can we write like this, that he was not
He had
having
no
money?
money to purchase the ticket, and he had no money to purchase the ticket. So he traveled without a ticket. Next question is, I think this one is clear to you. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Put your thumbs up if yes. Okay. Next, how did he escape the ticket collector's attention? How did he escape the ticket collector's attention?
Velu escaped the ticket collector's attention as he had no money for a ticket, but luckily the ticket collector didn't come to the unreserved session compartment.
Okay, very good. So he was sleeping in an unreserved compartment. So Velu escaped the attention of the ticket collector as he had no money to buy the ticket, and he slept near the door of an unreserved compartment, and the ticket collector did not come to that unreserved compartment as he took rest near the door of the unreserved compartment, and the ticket collector did not come to the unreserved compartment, and that was just his luck. And that was just his luck. Right? So clear this answer? Okay, fine. Next one. Why had Velu run away from home? Why had Velu run away from his home? Again, as I told you that Velu ran away from his home as his father was a drunkard. Okay, as his father was a drunkard who drinks. He was a drunkard. He would beat Velu a lot and would snatch away all the money that Velu and his sisters earned throughout the day and spend it on a drink in the evening, and also beat Velu a lot. So Velu was not able to withstand this harsh treatment of his father. So Velu was not able to stand, see on the board, this harsh treatment of his father. So what happened? That he ran away from his home. So Velu, as his father was a drunkard who would snatch away all the money from Velu and his sisters that he had earned throughout the day, and beat Velu a lot. So Velu could not stand or was not able to stand this harsh treatment of his father, and in order to escape, what has happened? That he ran away from his house. So the next question is last one. Why did he decide to follow the strange girl? Why did he follow that strange girl? Velu
Because
tried
he
to
didn't
follow
know-
the strange girl as he did not know anybody in Chennai or at the platform. He did not know anybody at the platform. He was new to this place, and he was also hungry. So he thought it is wise to follow that girl. Okay, he did not know anybody and he was all alone there. So what he thought, it is wise to follow that strange girl. Right? So I hope that this answer is too clear. Okay, so
Yes, ma'am.
okay, fine. So you have to write these in your notebooks. So next, coming up to the next page, see the next page. So Velu follows his friend through the crowded streets to a big building. So where this Velu, he follows his friend. Who's his friend? Now that girl, young girl, they have moved through crowded streets. Number of, you can say, see vehicles on the road, as well as you can say number of people moving here and there. So Velu, what he was doing, he was following, he was along with that girl moving. And behind the building, there is a big garbage bin. So she has taken him to a large building. Behind the building, what was there? A large garbage bin. Velu wonders why they are there at all. So he was thinking why they have come here. He caught up with the girl as she was leaving the station. So finally, he caught that girl who was moving away from the station. When they got to the road, Velu found that vehicles kept moving and never stopped for anyone. So he noticed that this is quite a busy place. Vehicles were running and were never stopping. Smoke, dust flew at him from all sides, making his head spin. So he was just looking that it was smoke and dust, and ultimately his head started spinning. they had to wait for a long time before they could find a gap to run through. So they have to find a place, you know, this kind of situation you must have witnessed in a television when you can say young children, they don't know how to cross. They were running, they were moving behind the vehicles or among those vehicles. Velu kept hesitating and got finally dragged him onto the other side. But the girl who was very active, she dragged Velu to the other side of the road. What do you think you are doing? Grazing cows? So she said, what do you think what you are doing? That you are grazing means making the cow eat their fodder. If you stand around in the middle of the road like that, you will be a chutney. She said, just imagine that if you will be standing in between the road, nobody will stop the vehicle. You will be trammed over. The vehicle would run over you and you will have been turned into a chutney. Velu's heart was still beating fast. He was afraid. He has never seen this kind of traffic. He looked back at Central Station and the traffic speeding by. He again looked back, number of people coming, going, fast moving vehicles. How had they managed to come through that? They walked along the side of the road under some huge signboards. So he was thinking that how the people they are coming, and how they are looking at these signboards. So till here we have to study, and tomorrow we will continue with it. Okay, right? So I hope that the chapter is quite clear to you. Yes. First of all, just tell me that the chapter is clear to you. Show me your thumbs up if yes. Okay, right. So chapter is clear to you. You have to write down these questions, and you have seen that how clever that young girl was who was dragging Velu. And tomorrow we will do the rest of the chapter. Okay. So I hope that everything is clear to you now. Okay. So you have to write down oral comprehension questions. I again repeat in your notebooks. Okay. Word meanings you have to revise side by side. Okay. So that's all for today. And tomorrow we will continue with the chapter further.